Hi, and welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Ali Navarro, nutrition chef with Greener Planet, and today you're probably wondering why I'm holding a potato in my hand, but this is not a potato. Today I'm going to be making an apple salad using an ingredient called jicama. So stay tuned and learn more about jicama. Our first ingredient will be 2 handfuls of mixed greens. Our mixed greens are going to be a good source of vitamin A, which is going to be good for your eyesight. Good source of vitamin C, which is good for your immune system, helps you stay healthy and keeps you from getting sick, and also iron. And if you didn't know, our green foods are really good for our teeth and our bones, and they're going to keep them nice, healthy, and strong. And I wanted to start with our greens just because with any salad, we're going to make it our base. So this is the base of our salad today, and I wanted to add a variety of different greens into my salad today. So let's move on to our next ingredient. Our second ingredient will be half a cup of jicama. Jicama is gonna be a good source of fiber, so it's gonna be good for your digestive system, keep it nice, healthy, and clean. It's gonna be a good source of folate, which is needed by the body to make DNA, and also another source of vitamin C. As I mentioned in the beginning, it looks like a potato, and it's very similar on the inside too. It's nice and clear as well. This is a native to Mexico, so they grow these in Mexico, and I was introduced to them at a young age, and I would eat mine with fruit. So I just eat it with like watermelon, mango, mix it up. But I thought, why not share this ingredient and put it into our salad today? I'm going to show you how I prepared mine here. So I went ahead and just cut a smaller portion, and then I peeled mine. So I kind of just peeled it this way. It's really tough on the outside as well. And once I peeled that, I went ahead and cut it, and I made strips here. So I made long strips, and then I cut those strips in half into smaller pieces. So you can go ahead and leave them as long as you would like, or as small or as big as you would like. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and toss these into our salad. And they have a nice crunch, so it's gonna add that crunch to our salad today. All right, let's move on to our next ingredient. Our third ingredient will be half a red apple. Our red apple is gonna be a good source of fiber and vitamin C as well. And since it's red, it's gonna be really good for your heart. So you could just think of a red heart, red apple. So I already prepped my apple right here. So I cut them into different strips here, and I cut these again. And I made these into cubes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut them. I'll show you how nice I went. So you could do them this size, make them smaller if you would like. We're gonna toss that in there. So I have all my apples here in some water, just to help them not brown so fast. Toss all of these in here. And depending on the size of your apple, you can use the entire apple if you would like, or half. Since I have a really big apple, I'm just using half of it. All right, so let's move on to our next ingredient. For our fourth ingredient, we'll be using half a green apple. Our green apple is gonna have the same benefits as our red apple. It's gonna be good in fiber and vitamin C. And since it's green, it's gonna be good for our teeth and bones. And I did the same thing with our green apple, sliced them up, and then I sliced them into cubes as well. I'm gonna go ahead and toss these in here. And have you ever tried our green apples and red apples? Have you noticed the difference? Our green apples are gonna be a little bit more sour than our red apple. So I wanted to add both just to add a different type of flavor in there. So we're gonna get some sweet and some sour. All right, so this is our salad so far. So let's move on to our next ingredient. For our fifth ingredient, we'll be using 1 green onion. Green onion is gonna be a good source of vitamin K, which is needed for blood clotting and building bones in your body. And also a good source of vitamin A. Can you remember what vitamin A is good for? It's good for your eyesight, correct. All right, so I'm gonna show you how I prepared my green onion. And you may be thinking, I keep saying green onion, and thinking, why does it look like this and not a round shape? So this is just like another onion, it just has a different form and it grows very differently. So you can, when you see this growing, you'll see this part underground, and then this is what's gonna be growing above the soil in your garden. All right, so I'm just gonna remove the roots, set that aside, and I can just start chopping away. And you can continue to use all of them or just set those aside. So I got a good amount here. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my salad bowl and toss my green onions into here. Take them apart. And we're almost done building our salad. All right, so let's move on to our final ingredient. For our final ingredient, I'll be using 1/4 cup of dried cranberries. Our dried cranberry is going to be a good source of antioxidants. The antioxidants are like the superheroes of our body. They're going to go in and protect them from all the bad stuff coming in. So I'm just going to scoop this up, toss this in here. Usually I use pomegranates for this salad, but I couldn't find any, so I wanted to add a different sweet topping. So I decided, why not use dried cranberries? That's the fun thing about building salads. You get to include anything you would like. And now that I have my final ingredient in there, just gonna toss this up one last time. And we can get started on our salad dressing. Now it's time to build our salad dressing. So I'm gonna be making a balsamic vinaigrette today. I'm gonna go ahead and start with our balsamic vinegar. I'm gonna be using 5 tablespoons of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure it out. Go ahead and count with me if you can. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, go ahead and put your lid back on. And our next ingredient will be 1/2 cup of olive oil. I already measured mine out in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my 1/2 cup olive oil, set it in there. So far, our 2 ingredients, they don't mix together, so we're gonna add some ingredients to hold those. So my next one is Dijon mustard. I'm gonna be using 2 teaspoons of this. Measure this out. So we have 1 and 2. All right. And to add a little bit of sweetness and hold this as well, our 2 ingredients here are olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Honey is also gonna help hold it. So our Dijon mustard and honey is gonna help combine these. So I'm using 2 tablespoons. So 1 and 2. And for my seasoning today, I will be using garlic salt. Go ahead and use salt if you have any on hand. I just really enjoy garlic salt in mine. So I'll be doing 1/2 teaspoon of garlic salt. Toss that in there. Once you're done with that, put your lid back on and we can shake our jar back up. And so put the lid on. So those are all of our ingredients in so far. Can you guess what color it's gonna turn once I shake this up? Let's find out. And there's our salad dressing. So it's a nice brown color. So you could go ahead and try it out before you pour it over your salad to see if you like it. And if not, you could add more ingredients if you would like. So let's move on. And here we have our apple salad. I hope this encourages you to include unique ingredients and make your plate more colorful at home. So now that you watch me create this, I challenge you to do the same. But don't forget, be creative, tag us on social media, and I'll see you next time.